I'm Brian Kurtz, and we're here today with Liz and Sue Ewerth. They have just finalized their first rent-to-own investment deal. Went from purchasing it all the way through the marketing process to the point where we've got somebody in there that was willing to pay a large non-refundable down payment. And we just want to go over a few of the details there. How you guys doing?
Great.
Feeling good?
Yes.
About what we do here in Michigan real estate investing?
Big time. Yes.
All right, so if I remember correctly, we were about all into the property for about $108,000.
Right.
3-bedroom brick ranch with a partially finished basement and a garage in the right side of Westland, correct?
Yes. Right.
School districts was pretty important.
Yes. High school.
Which high school?
John Glenn. John Glenn seemed to be one of the questions everybody asked. Where's the school?
So people,
Yeah.
the people that were buying the home from you, they really cared about
Yeah,
the
cared
high
about
school.
the high school.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think that's so important?
Well, Wayne Westland schools are good, but it seems like a lot of the people were more keyed in on the kids going to John Glenn than going to Wayne High. Wayne High is an older school. John Glenn's a lot newer. Has a planetarium. Has a beautiful swimming pool. You know, their sports are more of an issue at Glenn than they are at Wayne High.
Okay.
Wayne High's older, and I don't think they keep up Wayne as well as they do Glenn.
All right. So it was a big factor then.
Yeah.
One of the questions that came up whenever we were meeting with people. So we're into the house for about $108,000. We start our rent-to-own campaign, and what ended up happening is the people that you selected
Right.
for your home to sell it on a rent-to-own program ended up giving you $10,000 in
Right.
non-refundable option consideration.
Yes.
Just for the opportunity to be able to be given that chance to actually finalize a purchase on that property in the next 12 months. Okay. So if they don't buy the house for whatever reason in the next 12 months, let's say they're transferred down to Florida or whatever reason, and it really doesn't matter, they're not going to be able to say, hey, give me that money back.
Nope.
And they're fully aware of all
Yep.
that.
Yes.
Okay. And you feel that these people are pretty, they're going to be pretty confident about taking care of the property and as well as buying it.
I do believe so.
Okay.
I do believe it might not even last a year, so we'll see.
Hopefully. They did seem really, really excited, especially the missus.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see all of the smiles, It feels like a lot of people are getting roadblocks, and what we do as real estate investors is help them overcome that. So it's nice to be able to help people out. So it is pretty nice. The price we locked in was $130,000.
Right.
So we're into it for 108. We locked in a price of $130 and got $10,000 up front. And that's a pretty good spread in there. I would think, especially on a
We're
first
happy
deal.
with the first deal.
All right. One of the things that is real important, obviously, is to guard your interests. You are taking on a little bit of a risk when you allow somebody else to live in your house for a period of time while they're buying it. So we drafted up a lot of very specific contracts with the goal in mind of protecting your interests. What were your thoughts about those?
Awesome. I thought the contracts were extremely well written. I think it protects us from almost virtually anything and everything.
Okay. We covered pets. We covered, even stuff
Vehicles, people.
people, right?
Yes, people in particular.
Because you never know, they might try to move Uncle Johnny and then Aunt Linda
Right.
and Cousin Susie all in there, and it's really not conductive to have 6 families living in the property. So we made sure that that was understood.
All the utilities, repairs,
Mm-hmm.
And pets.
late payments, everything.
Everything's covered.
Yeah,
So
I haven't seen a contract that covered as much as that was.
That's good. That was
very
very
good. And I've read a lot of contracts, and that was very, very good.
yeah, it took us about an hour and a half to go through it. It took us about an hour and a half to go through it, all in all. But I think that it was well worth it as well, because they were fully informed and they understood exactly what they were getting into. There was no weasel clause or sneak clauses or anything. It was pretty upfront, and they understood. Yep. Just for the people that are out there that are thinking about investing in Michigan real estate, and everybody knows it's a buyer's market, so this is the best time to invest in Michigan.
Right.
What would you tell them that they need to be looking for in their investment property that they buy?
Well, you're going to look actually to see what the market has around there. I guess what we look for was to see what comps are in the area and
Mhm.
exactly how long the houses are sitting before they're actually selling.
Okay.
And then once we started looking at the house, we kind of looked at which house is going to take us the least amount of work that we have to put into it before we can just sell that house.
Exactly.
You know? And can we do the work ourselves, or do we have to put the work out there? Now, for our first one, obviously, we did most of the work ourselves.
Okay.
You know, because it costs a lot less money.
Mhm.
You know, not everybody's going to do that, but you know, contractors can get expensive
Mhm.
depending on who you're using.
And I think you picked a really nice house because you did have 3 bedrooms. You got a partially finished basement, so it's almost like they were doubling their living space,
Right.
whoever was going to buy it from you. And you got a garage too, so and a nice yard. It was
Pretty
kind
big
of
yard.
yeah.
They're regular, but it was pretty big.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we got lucky on that first house. I have to say, it's a deal of the day house.
There you go.
Yeah.
Deal of the day house.
It was a deal of the day house, and
Yep.
it was a deal. I mean, of all the houses we looked at, you know, and how can you find a house that's like not even a mile away?
I know. It's like right down the
Yeah,
road.
right down the road.
That was awesome.
Very easy to travel to, you know. I would tell investors to learn before you go do it.
Okay.
Get all the
Mhm.
education that you can, because if you're going to jump into this without education, if we had jumped into it before learning something about this,
Mhm.
we'd have been still way out there. You know, I tell anybody, learn before you start anything.
Oh, definitely.
You know, yeah, but I mean, all the learning that you can do. I mean, do it.
Well, congratulations to you.
Oh,
Are in
thank you.
order.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Got a little gift for you guys.
Oh, there you go. Go ahead, Liz, over there. Oh boy, wait a minute.
That was easy.
That was easy.
Yeah.
There's our easy button.
All right, so we have an easy path to real estate success right here in Michigan. Feel free to order your special report if you want to go ahead and get involved as well and start reaping huge rewards and profits doing something that's really not as difficult as a lot of people would have you think.